They say that the secret to a happy marriage is to find the right person to marry. But how exactly do we do that? Is it true that there is someone in the universe destined for you? Is there a science to choosing our partner for life? My name is Carlo Panlilio, and today, let's talk about the search for the one. There are currently over 7 billion people in the world. Is there really just one person for you? Risa Kaupeng, author and speaker on love and relationships, believes that a lot of us requires a change in our thinking. She talks about a common misconception in finding the one.
People think that when you say, I have to find the one, it's kind of a misnomer. Because there's really not one person who's perfect for you. In fact, there's a study that said that in your lifetime, you'll probably meet maybe 8 people who are perfect for you, the one for you. The thing is, you meet them in different times of your life. You know, maybe one soulmate was, your playmate when you were 7 years old. Obviously, you know, you're probably compatible, but obviously you can't get married at 7 years old, di ba? Do you think that if there's only one person who's meant for you and you missed that person, then if your marriage doesn't work, you feel like, kasi I missed that person eh. I didn't find the one, so I married the wrong one. So, you know, that's why this marriage isn't working.
Dennis C. of actlikeaman.org agrees with Risa. He adds that the concept of a soulmate is misunderstood by many.
Anong basis ba natin na bakit natin sinasabing soulmate natin yan, no? So marami na rin akong kaibigan na sinabi soulmate niya yon. So nung nag-asawa sila, ngayon di na sila magka-soulmate. Di ba? Ngayon, nagbabatuan sila ng soul ng sapatos nila sa isa't isa. Dahil nga, minsan yung perspective natin ng soulmate, ito na. Pero ang question would always be, paano mo nasabi na siya talaga yung para sa'yo?
Also, they both believe that people are not looking for love in the right places.
The fact is, the older you are, the smaller your circle is, your social circle gets. The bulk of the people that you will meet happens when you're in school. So you go to grade school, you go to high school, you go to college, you meet a lot of people there. When you graduate college and you start working, the number of people that you will meet start to taper off.
May nagtanong nga sa akin, saan ba pwede maghanap ng babae? Kasi lagi na ako, parang lahat ng babaeng nakaka-relationship ko, medyo namomblema ako. Sabi ko, saan ka ba naghahanap? Sabi ko, naghanap ako sa bar, sa ganyan. Eh, sabi niya, gusto ko ng matino, gusto ko ng babaeng love si Lord. Sabi ko, syempre, wala yan dyan. Sometimes kasi we're looking at the wrong aquarium. Gusto natin ng goldfish, tumitingin tayo sa piranha.
Tumpak! We couldn't have said it any better. When we return, we'll talk about the difference between love and infatuation. Alin nga ba rito ang nararamdaman mo?
For me, parang hindi mo siya kailangan hanapin eh. Dadating at dadating din naman siya. Ewan ko, corny pero naniniwala naman ako na meron siyang isang person na para sa atin talaga.
Hindi po dapat siya hinahanap kasi kusa na lang siyang darating sa'yo. Kaya, yun, just be yourself kasi yung makakahanap sa'yo, mas gugustuhin niya yung kung sino ka at hindi yung nagpapanggap ka lang.
Actually, hindi po dapat naghahanap kasi meron pong nakalaan para sa atin and doon naman si Lord, gagabayan niya tayo.
Sa tingin ko, mas importante na i-prepare mo muna yung sarili mo. Tapos, wag mo siyang hanapin kasi kung saan dadating.
Mararamdaman naman daw yun eh, sabi. Tapos, kapag pakiramdam mo, siya na. Hindi siya na.
The easiest way to parang get a partner right now is search through the internet. Parang ako hindi pa ako ganun desperate. Inspired ka, kahit na ano yung ginagawa mo, parang kahit na mahirap, para dun sa taong yung ginagawa ko. Ganun pala ako ma-in love.
You start thinking of her when you go home and you can sleep without knowing that she is safe.
Ewan ko, sabi nila, hormones yan eh. Nagmamanifest ka na nagbablush ka, ganyan, kinikilig ka.
And nothing can describe how much you feel or parang wala, hindi mo talaga siya describe. Unexpectedly, you'll just realize and you'll just feel you're in love.
Butterflies in the stomach, hindi makakain at hindi makatulog. Ito raw ang ilan sa mga palatandaan na in love daw ang isang tao. Pero paano nga ba natin malalaman na love nga ito at hindi infatuation lamang? Kinausap namin si Miss Baby Obien, isang family counselor, tungkol dito.
Generally, yung infatuation kasi happens yung young age. Yung mga lalo na yung mga adolescents, teens, mga ganon. Kasi during that time daw, yung ating mas active in terms of our brain processes is our amygdala. Infatuation kasi is really just feeling based, and it's really parang you're intensely attracted to somebody because of certain physical and character attributes na parang nakikita mo sa kanya. And there is a desire, parang gustong-gusto mo siyang masundan, makita parati, ganun-ganun. Love is something else. Love is beyond feeling. May mga elemento ng true love that is not in infatuation. Kanya nga tinatawag yung infatuation as puppy love, crush, mga ganun. Talaga, and it's very brief. Usually, nagustuhan mo lang, tapos mamaya mawawala na. For us, true love is for the long term. Talagang, eto, maggusto mo siyang makasama habang buhay. You love him in his weaknesses, as in his strengths. Nakita mo na yung tao, no? At napag-isipan mo na kung talagang eto has the values and the character traits that you really love in a person. When it's love, you're making a decision to commit yourself to this person.
If love is a decision, when then should we start looking for the right person to marry? Kailan nga ba ang tamang panahon na tayo ay maghanap ng mapapangasawa?
Yung when is, I don't want to specify any age. Dapat tingnan niya muna sarili niya. That should be the first step, no? Yung foundational first step. Do I know what I want? Do you know yourself enough to know what you want? No? Meaning say na you have reached a certain age of maturity, a certain point of maturity na alam mo na kung anong gusto mo sa tao. And then, kasi naghahanap ka ng kamatch, ano yung sarili mo na ima-match mo sa kanya?
I think the right time for a person para maghanap ng spouse, no, is the time wherein he or she would decide that to love is not just to get, but to actually give. Kasi ang marriage, ano yan eh, it's a covenant. Parang pumasok ka dyan, it's more than just a contract. Kasi sa mundo, pagka kinasal ang isang lalaki at babae, may kontrata yan, magsasign ka. Pero ang contract kasi, ang basis ng contract, pag ikaw hindi ka sumunod sa kontrata, pwede kitang hiwalayan. Because the contract is now void because hindi na-meet yung expectations ko. Pagdating sa marriage, it's a covenant. Ibig sabihin ng covenant, it's a one-way, forever, never-ending kind of love. Kahit anong mangyari, I'll stick with you. I'll be your husband. You'll be my wife. To say that I found the one is to say I am committed to the person that I said I do.
Oo nga naman. But what if you already determined that you are ready? What should you look for in a lifetime partner? Yan ang pag-uusapan natin sa aming pagbabalik.
God-fearing.
Pareho yung sa religion, political views sa buhay.
She has to be makinis, mabuti. Important rin, matalino siya. Because syempre, I would like to have children na intelligent rin.
At least college graduate or mas better kung may master's degree siya or doctoral degree.
Marunong magluto nga. Tapos malaga po.
Kahit hindi siya ganun katalino, basta masipag siya. Nagpupursige siya para mabuo yung mga pangarap na meron kami. Family-oriented. He should be responsible, someone who has a job, someone who aspires for more than just settling for what he has.
Sa akin, isa lang talaga yung non-negotiable ko. Yung faith. Kung hindi kayo parehas na ganun, hindi maganda yung kalalabasan ng relationship nyo.
Yung nag-yosi, yung nakaka-turn up sa akin, if anything else.
Kapag maangas, tapos mayabang, parang hirap pakisamahan.
Kung medyo tamad, kasi dapat, ewan ko, gusto ko kasi ng motivated na tao.
Pag walang pangarap sa buhay, walang mararating.
Yung mga smoker, wala yung disiplina sa katawan nila, considering na babae sila.
Yung manhead, hindi nakakaintindi ng feelings, yung hindi rumirespeto ng babae.
Yung mga taong hindi naniniwala kay God.
Madumi sa bahay, ganun. Pag makalat, ako kasi gusto ko malinis eh.
Well, there are schools that teach almost everything. There are no classes for finding our lifetime partner. So, how should we go about finding the right person for us? Is there a sure way to land the boy or girl of our dreams?
When you talk about the right process or the right formula to finding your one true love, I don't think there is one, because every love story is unique. I tell single people to write down their non-negotiables for their lifetime partner, so that they have something to gauge their partner. You know, if they're dating someone, they're getting serious with a person, they have something to gauge that person against. But many times, I would find that single people would confuse non-negotiables with negotiables, okay? Example, they'll write, has to be responsible. Good, tama naman, di ba? Kailangan naman talaga, has to be financially stable. Dapat naman, di ba? You know, has to be kind and generous. Tama, okay, you know. Tapos, has to be 5'10" or taller. Has to be blue eyes. Has to be mistizo. Sabi ko, teka, yung mga yan, yung mga physical traits, you know, for me, that would fall under negotiables. Physical traits kasi they will fade eh. They will pass away. Pero yung karakter ng tao, di ba? Yan yung hindi nagbabago eh.
Don't know where to start with your non-negotiables? Here are some things you will have to consider.
One is racial background. Yeah. Amerikano siya, Pilipino ka. You'll spend a long time adjusting. Iba ang kultura ng nila, iba ang kultura mo. Yung social, economic status. Kung pinagtutugma natin yung isang mayaman na mayaman at saka mahirap, mahirap talaga. Mas mahirap talaga. Age, he's 65 years old, you're 18 years old. In the sex dimension, pababa ka na, siya pataas pa lang, di ba? So, what happens afterwards? Kailangan din makilala mo yung pamilya niya. So, doon mo makikita kasi, how do they relate as a family? Because that is also a predictor of what he will bring with him in your marriage and in your family. Intelligence levels, gusto mo ba yung taong hindi mo makakausap at least in terms of ideas or things to talk about? Kung ang babaw niya at ikaw ay matalino, paano na kung kayo lang dalawa, paano kayo mag-uusap?
I would focus more on the character than the educational background. Yes, education would help. Education will help us be disciplined, but life is all about learning. So dapat may attitude of wanting to learn, hungry to learn. Mas magandang to have someone you would push each other to become better in what you do.
Kung may mga dapat tayong hanapin sa mapapangasawa natin, syempre, meron din tayong mga dapat iwasan.
Una, yung walang karakter. Mahirap yan. No? Na wala siyang pinangahawakan na faith and at the same time moral values. Kung pogi siya pero, isipin mo, no? Kung pogi siya pero lagi kang sinisigawan, sinasaktan ka. For me, that's shouting, get out of the relationship. It would be a very abusive relationship.
Halimbawa, madaling magalit, no? Temperamental, no? Those are signs that not everything is right with this person. They can be product of dysfunctional families. So meron silang mga what we call emotional baggage na karga-karga. Pwede niyang ibasura sa iyo eh.
Or merong lalaki na ang tagal-tagal nyo na, 6 years na kayong mag-boyfriend-girlfriend, 10 years na. Pag tinatanong mo kung kailan ba tayo kakasal, biglang nahihilo, nagbabiogesic. That's the way out already. Ibig sabihin, walang plano yan sa'yo.
Would you be happy in that kind of relationship na ikaw ay susunod-sunod lang at saka parang you are very dependent on whatever is the action or behavior coming from him? Kasi that would not be love eh. That is pwede kang maabuso doon sa ganong klaseng relationship. To expect that the person will change just because you got married is more of an illusion than a reality. If the change has to happen, you have to see it now before you commit to each other.
Marami palang dapat i-consider kapag naghahanap ng lifetime partner. That's why Riza and Company launched the One True Love Club, an online forum designed to help singles find their one true love.
The One True Love Club is an online club. It's onetrueloveclub.com. For the members, we give them resources to help them choose, find, date their one true love. So if you log on to the website and if you're a member, then you get access to monthly newsletter, e-newsletter, and then we have a monthly webinar. There I interview marriage counselors, relationship experts, people who share about their love story, how they found their one true love, mga ganyan. So what we want to do is equip single people so that they can make informed choices on finding their one true love. Because the truth is, we spend, 4 years in college to prepare for a career that will last until we're 60, that we retire from when we're 60 years old. But I've never met anybody who's taken even a 1-year course to prepare them for marriage. But marriage is a lifetime. Marriage, walang weekend off yan. Walang vacation. Walang holidays. Diba? Walang retirement. It's for the rest of your life. And yet, we choose a partner without having, without even reading. I don't know how many people have actually read books on dating and choosing a lifetime partner.
In addition to all their online resources, Riza and her friends came up with a great idea called the One True Love Club Bridal Shower.
A bridal shower, we know when you're about to get married, your friends, your family, they give you a shower. They give you gifts that will help you prepare for your married life, diba? So they give you gifts for your kitchen or for your bedroom or your bathroom, di ba ganyan. But then this one is a spiritual shower. So we ran it for 6 months. Every month, I would meet with a small group of women who were members of that bridal shower. We would talk about myths of marriages. We would share about how's your love life doing, what are your questions, who are you dating. So it was a very intimate group. Parang it became a sharing session na rin after we would share.
I'm glad I'm happily married, but we're not going to talk about my love story. Instead, we'll listen to how a couple found each other and decided that they're meant to be together for life. Don't go away!
Opo, syempre. Kasi yun po talaga yung pinaka-basis ko para para makapag-asawa. Kasi kapag wala po yung approval nila, parang wala pong sense yung pakikipagrelasyon mo.
No. Ultimately, syempre, I'm the one who's gonna be marrying that person.
For me kasi mahalaga po yung blessing ng parents. Kung wala yung approval, sa tingin ko magkakaroon ng problema.
Actually, hindi. Hindi siya importante kasi hindi naman yung magulang yung nililigawan.
Yes, of course. Because I should give back to my parents when I grow up. Because they are the ones who cared for me when I needed them. So it's just right that I get their approval when finding the love of my life, the person I get to share with for the rest of my life.
Sinabi ko sa kanya na kung mag-aasawa siya, hanapin yung iba din ang mahirap. Basta yung may trabaho sila, yung kayang-kaya anuhin yung mga pamilya niya, di ba?
Simple lang. When you do something out of love. Hindi dahil sa pera, hindi dahil sa sex, hindi dahil sa kung ano-ano pa man. Ang mundo natin ngayon nag-aasawa for convenience.
Relihiyoso. Anin mo nga yung mayaman o gwapo o ugali naman mapapariwala lang yung buhay ng
Fear of God, love of God. That's what makes a person a person.
Joel and Rhoda grew up in the same church, but belonged to different age groups. Initially, it was unthinkable for Joel to even consider courting Rhoda. But something happened that changed his mind about her.
Ang age gap namin is 8 years. So nakita ko siyang lumaki nung bata pa siya. Okay. Actually, naging estudyante ko sa Sunday school. High school siya, college ako. Nagtuturo ako ng Sunday school. So doon ko siya talaga nakilala ng gusto kasama yung kanyang mga kaibigan at kanyang mga cousins. No? Wala talaga. Wala kahit nung time na naghahanap na ako ng very serious relationship. Hindi siya kasama dun sa listahan na kinukonsider ko.
Ang may kasalanan talaga, yung isang ate, yung isang pinsan. Sabi niya, kung gusto mong magkaroon ng asawa, katulad Nino. So sabi ko, katulad ni Kuya Joel, sabi ko, parang okay yun na maging asawa. Tapos, etong si pinsan, sa kadaldalan, pinarating kay Kuya Joel.
Actually, yung pinsan niya sabi sa akin, Kuya Joel, ang layo-layo pa ng pinupuntahan mo. Pupunta ka pang Cavite, pupunta ka pang Laguna. Samantalang nandiyan sa church lang natin, pwede mo i-consider. Sabi ko, sino yun? So, nabanggit niya nga si Rhoda. And actually, ang unang reaction mo siyempre matakot. No? Kasi, gano'n ba kalaking age gap namin? No? Sabi ko, baka masyado mo. Tapos naging estudyante ko pa sa Sunday school. Baka hindi maging maganda ang dating sa church. No?
Pero hindi muna niligawan ni Joel si Rhoda. Instead, they spent time getting to know each other.
Pagkagaling ko sa trabaho, dumidiretso ako pag-Sunday, dumidiretso ako sa Los Baños to do preaching. And during the time na kinonsider ko na siya, yun ang ginamit kong paraan para ligawan siya. Sinama ko siya doon sa church sa Los Baños. Tapos sinasama ko siya doon sa mga fellowship ng mga kabataan.
Kasi nga wala akong experience na yung formally may nanligaw. I think I was just enjoying myself na nagtatag along sa kanya kung saan niya ako yayain. Siguro gusto ko rin yung idea na kasama ko siya.
Eventually, they reached a point where they felt ready to take their friendship to the next level, but not without some apprehension on Joel's part.
Nga, malaki ang agwat namin, tapos hindi pa siya gumagraduate. So, laging iniisip mo, okay kaya sa mga parents nito pag naging mag-on na kami na hindi pa siya nakaka-graduate. Pero actually, naging mag-on kami. Kuha na siya noon, nasa last year ng college. Kung mag-consider mo kami pakasal 3 years after or 4 years after.
Their friendship made it easier for them once they became a couple. But like all couples, they had to make some adjustments in the early stages of their marriage.
Nagulat ako. Kasi siya Kuya Joel siya Kasi pag mag-asawa pala kayo, hindi na siya kuya. Ganun pala siya. Okay. Siya pala yung napangasawa ko. Okay. So, dumadating yung point na magtatanong ka sa God, God, anong kailangan ko gawin? Siguro, yun yung sa akin, nakatulong yun. Kasi, nagsasubmit ako agad sa God. pagka magkaaway kami, tatanungin ko agad ang God, mag-pray agad ako. Anong right na attitude ko, regardless of kung anong attitude niya. Tapos tatanungin ko, Lord, sabihin mo sa akin kung ano gagawin ko. Tapos ang usually sasabihin sa akin, mag-sorry ka. Lord, hindi ako may kasalanan. Ba't ako magso-sorry?
Their relationship has blossomed through trials and triumphs, even as their children are now in college. Joel and Rhoda attribute their strong relationship to just one thing.
Because we have the same God, no? Meron kayong relationship with Diyos. Yun yung nagiging dahilan bakit nagiging maayos yung pagsasama niyo. Although lumaki kami sa same church, iba pa rin yung natural na pamilya na pinanggalingan mo. Darating yung point in time na magkakaroon ng conflict, magkakaroon ng clash. And meron kayong pinagkakaisahan, which is what? Yung relationship niyo sa Diyos. Which is supposed to be, yun talaga ang number one. I-consider mo yung relasyon sa Diyos. Lagi natin sinasabi, ang relasyon ay hindi mag-work kung wala ang Diyos. No? So, tatlo talaga ang nandoon. No? Ako, siya, at ang Diyos sa aming relationship.
And that is the only love triangle that works, when God is part of your relationship. And finally, here are some tips that may help you as you seriously consider marriage.
Bago ka pumasok sa isang relationship, dapat tanongin mo muna kung ready ka na. No? Ready na ba pumasok sa relationship na ito? Sa umpisa, dapat mag-build up ka ng mga relationship as friends. No? At doon sa mga friends mo, doon ka pipili kung sino yung iyong gustong i-consider, no, para mapangasawa. At sa akin, no, magiging ready ka lang pag ikaw ay nakapagtapos na ng iyong pag-aaral, ikaw ay nagtatrabaho na. Siguro masyadong akong idealistic, pero palagay ko yun yung talagang tamang panahon na mag-consider ka na ikaw ay maghahanap na ng iyong mapapangasawa.
Get a partner that you have as much in common with. Later on, as you get older, the romantic, the sex part fades away. But the friendship has to be there, the companionship has to be there. So the more things you have in common, the more things you'll have to talk about and to do, even in your old age. Di ba?
A man is called to lead. Leader ang lalaki. Diba? So, kailangan mong tanungin, as a single woman, is this the person that I can submit to? Okay ba yung leadership niya? Kahit gwapo yan, pero pag walang leadership yan, walang plano yan sa buhay, hindi mo makakain ang good looks niyan.
If there is one thing that you should look for in that person, in looking for the right one, is that he holds the same values as you have. Because in times of trials, in times of conflicts, in times of disagreements, provided you can agree together that there is something that you value, like for instance, you value family, you value children, and you have that same value, you are willing to work it out. You will be willing to sacrifice and even compromise certain things just to be able to achieve or to maintain or to have that value together.
Dapat yung person na papakasalan mo or magiging boyfriend mo, mas mahal yung God kesa sa'yo. So first yung God, second ka lang. Kasi pag mahal niya ang God, mamahalin ka niya. Kahit ano pang personal differences niyo, kahit ano pang weaknesses na makita niya sa'yo, mako-cover yun yung love nito.
The writer of Proverbs said that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. When Joel and Rhoda met each other, it was the best thing that happened in their lives. This is God's plan for every marriage, for every spouse to be a blessing to the other. But aside from the importance of finding the right person to marry, it is crucial that we become the right man or woman for our mate. Too many people focus on looking, yet overlook the things they need to work on themselves. If the right one comes along, would he or she find you to be a good thing? If Jesus were here today, what would Jesus do?